Today I'm going to be walking you through 4 types of sales funnels and explain when each one is best to use. And if you would like to have one of these built for you in just 1 week, you can apply for your funnel by Friday. First up, we have the book sales funnel. This is the one that I am most known for. This is where you use either an ebook of your book or just a teaser section as the lead magnet. So all of the traffic comes to this opt-in page where if they say yes to request the sample of your book, it does 2 things at once. They go redirected to a thank you page and sent an email sequence. So the thank you page is a huge opportunity. I like to use this to bring people into a community space. You can also use it for book a call. You can also use it in another way, which I'm going to show you a variation in a moment. And in the meantime, they are getting tagged and they are getting the first chapter or the teaser section delivered to their inbox. And over the next few days, they're getting a sequence of emails that introduces them to you and what you're all about, who you serve, what you do, the inspiration behind the book that you wrote, and then leads into a call to action. In this case, usually it is a clarity call for the next step, and then purchasing whatever your program is. It could also be to a course page or more books. There's all kinds of things that you can be leading people towards. So when you're building a funnel, you need to know what the end point is first and start building backwards. So this is the perfect funnel to use if you have published a book to grow your business and your authority, and now it's just kind of sitting on your website, and maybe it helps you when you're doing speaking. You might be selling it from the back of the room, but it could be doing a lot more to bring new people into your ecosystem and teach them about what you do and nurture them over time. So this is a great one to install if you are an author of any kind, really. Now let's look at a variation that is very popular. This is with a tripwire or upsell offer. So in this case, people are still hitting this opt-in page to request the book or the chapter, and it is still delivering that chapter through email with the sequence to whatever you want to offer. But instead of being redirected directly to the thank you page, instead they're redirected to a page that, and don't make it $100, this is just a simulation. They're directed to a page where you have a small cost offer that goes along like what would be a natural next step, something people might want. So say you're giving the ebook away here, then the upsell might be get a workbook that goes with it, and they can say yes or no. If they say yes, they get to the payment page, they make the payment, then they get to the thank you page. They say no, then they go to the thank you page. So they still go to the thank you page, they still get invited to whatever the thank you page has, the membership or whatever else you put on there, but it has this extra step in here where they can say yes to a small cost offer along the way. So that's why it's a tripwire. They trip on it as they're going. That sounds bad, but it's not bad. It's a good thing. This is how people make a funnel to be to pay for itself, because a lot of times the traffic that people are putting into the funnels is paid traffic. And so if you have an offer that enough percentage of people say yes to, then it can potentially pay for the ads and make the funnel self-liquidating, we call it. So make the funnel pay for itself. There are other kinds of traffic. You don't just have to use paid traffic, but once you get paid traffic working, it can be really nice because it's very passive. And traffic is a part of what we do after we build the funnel. So I do have a traffic school membership to teach you all these different types of traffic that you can utilize to bring to your landing pages. And I'm sure that you've seen the funnels where there's a gajillion of these where it's, oh, you didn't want that, how about this? Oh, you didn't want that, how about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? I hate that. Do not recommend it. Think about, your client experience and the trust and what you're building up with the relationship with them. So keep it to 1, 2 max. An upsell and a downsell sometimes, you might offer a bigger thing, and then if they don't want that, oh, here's a smaller thing, but no more than that. The card draw funnel is a unique one that I invented myself, and it has so many applications if you think creatively. It was invented to go with oracle cards or affirmation cards. So if you're somebody who does that in your business and you draw cards in any way, then you can use it as both the lead magnet and the appointment setter. So this funnel does very heavy duty, and I know it's a little bit confusing because it's doing both ends, are from the same. Well, let me just show you. So you're going to entice people onto your email list, not with a classic lead magnet, but with the offer of weekly card draws. And so look something like this. Sign up for the email newsletter for weekly affirmation card draws. Subscribe, and it says other things that you're going to get. So that is the lead magnet. It's not a traditional one. But what they're going to get is every week they'll be sent your newsletter, and your newsletter is going to have a bunch of card backs in it, like this. And each one of these is linked to a different landing page that has a card front on it. And so people can select whichever one they want. Every week you change up the URLs that are attached to each of these cards. And then they flip it and they see what they have drawn. Now here's where you have another great opportunity. So I don't do card reading or that style of coaching, but if you do, then this is a place where you could put a video of yourself interpreting this card, telling them about what it means that they drew this card. And then instead of this type of opt-in, you will have book a call with me, get on my calendar for coaching or a clarity call, whatever the next step is. And that way you're getting these ideal, great soulmate clients signing themselves up onto your calendar, and all you have to do is send a weekly email that has a really fun card draw in it. It makes people want to open the emails, the open rate goes up, and it's very, very simple. I have it demonstrated here with 3, but you would probably have more than that to be shuffling. So you just have to come up with some cards, create them in Canva, and you can make this funnel. This funnel is obviously ideal for people who do card draws as part of their business. Tarot readers, astrologers, woo style coaches. But you can also get really creative with this if you have, say, journal prompts, anything that you could use a card for, or a system of randomization. Quiz funnels are so much fun. This is a great style of funnel to use if you have multiple different offers or multiple different ideal clients. So you need people to sort themselves into buckets so that you can present them with the offer that makes the most sense for them. And that's exactly what a quiz does, and it's also fun for them. So this is things like if you land on a skincare product page and they say, take this test and find out which skin type you have so that we can recommend the right products for you. That's a kind of quiz. Or find out your leadership style so that you can get the right scripts to use, whatever it is that you're selling, right? So you want people to divide themselves with your questions. And I took an interesting training on quiz funnels, and what really surprised everybody in the class, myself included, was that she recommended having only one question that is the sorting question. There's other questions to give you important information about this potential client, but only one of the questions actually separates them into these different results. So you don't have to do it that way, especially if you have a system like Kartra that has a built-in quiz ability, because you can make it go to all different things and branched paths and everything, but it can get very complicated, and maybe it doesn't need to be that complicated. So think about the different avatars or the different products that you want to be the 3 or more. It does not have to be 3, I don't know why I said 3. There's just 3 here, for example. But however many, think about what you want the result to end up at, where you're making a unique offer to each person depending on what's right for them. So you're, again, going to work backwards from this result is for this kind of person who's going to answer this way to this question, sort them into that. So each person is presented with a very customized result page and offer, so they're much more likely to make the purchase. And like I said, it's also just fun. You go to a website and it says, find out more about yourself, take this quiz. People enjoy it. So it has multiple benefits. Quiz funnels are very hot right now, so this is the in style. Finally, there's the classic Evergreen webinar. And you can get really complicated with this, but I recommend keeping it simple. I do not believe in pretending that a webinar is live when it's not. I do have an actually live webinar class that I often do, and that is set up a little bit differently, but for a funnel that is running in the background, it's nice to have the Evergreen option because that means that it's always available. You don't have to be present for it. It's kind of doing the selling for you. And I think as long as you're upfront about it not actually being live, then it's not a problem. But if you're sneaky and lying about it being live, that's where I draw the line, as it were. So for this, the traffic's going to go to the webinar registration page. Once they register, then you can just take them straight to it. This is often what I'll do, is straight to the play page and instant access, hype it up as that's a good thing. You get instant access, see it right away. Or you can also have them go to a page where they'll download a workbook or something that goes along with it and have a little countdown. And at the end of the countdown, it automatically redirects them to the play page. That makes it look a little fancy. And then after they watch it, there's a follow-up sequence of emails, which offers the replay, which sends them back to this page or to a separate replay page if that's needed, and makes an offer eventually. So this is a very, very popular classic funnel structure, and this is great if you need to educate your prospects before they're ready to say yes to your offer. If there's things that they need to understand and know and do, then teaching them first can be a great way to get them primed and ready for your offer. So if any one of these funnels looks like something that might help your business, then you can go ahead and apply to have me create it for you in just 1 week with a funnel by Friday. And these are not the only types of funnels that I can do. So you can also select other type in the application, and we will discuss what the best kind of funnel for your business is going to be.